Hi, all my friends. Hope that you're having a great Tuesday. And I've just been listening to a few shows I just wanted to put out there that you might be interested in as well. One of them is a news station I just found called the Kevin Bakker Show. He's from Scotland, I believe, and he has just a variety of different really good radio shows. They're quite lengthy, so make sure you got time to listen. And the other person that I listened to often on was Roy Potter, which the Kev Bakker Show just had on. And you can catch that show, and it explains all about him. He explains all about himself. And then he has his own, radio show. Another show that I watch occasionally because I really think that he's a brilliant man and I love his vocabulary, and it helps me just stay on top of things with what's going on, news-wise, and with Washington and him being in New York kind of gives me that perspective. And that's the Lionel Nation show. Lionel was just at the White House. He and his wife were invited, and how he got there or how all that worked out, I'm not quite sure. But one of the things that Roy Potter was saying is that he's kind of concerned about Lionel and him pushing this QAnon stuff going on, because we all know it's already been debunked. So, and if you don't know about that, just sum it up. It was perhaps an MI6 and Clinton and Obama backing kind of thing. And then they let this group just kind of take over and do whatever they want willy-nilly. So that's that in a nutshell. Other things going on, of course, I just, disclaimer here, I never believed that we went to the moon entirely. I always get kind of suspicious about the whole thing. I love airplanes. I love guys being guys and just, that whole macho thing. Always love that kind of stuff. And, like the film The Right Stuff. Love that show. And, being out west here myself, kind of grew up with a cowboy, the whole Western genre and everything. So anyway, love The Right Stuff and the space program and everything. And just the thing about it is the nationalism, okay? Liberty and being free and, being number one and all that stuff. Kind of appealing in some way. And but as time went on, and I'm an adult and everything, and I had time to look at stuff, and also knowing my Bible, and questioning the Lord and asking, okay, what's going on? I don't believe that we've ever been there. I don't believe that we can get past our dome, if you will, our I'm losing the name of it off the top of my head. Anyway, I don't believe we've ever been to the moon. I don't believe that we're going to Mars. I don't believe that they got very far, okay, in a tin can. I just don't buy it. And I do believe that the earth is not round. I really think that I don't believe in NASA, not one bit. I don't believe that we've got millions of satellites out in the universe. I'm sorry, I've got two eyeballs. They still work. Thank the Lord. And whatever's moving out there it's really fast. I'm not quite sure what it is. So, but anyway, I have not seen it with my own eyes that the earth was round, okay? We haven't seen the earth depicted except for NASA, in their dumb pictures, and I already know that they hired guys to paint the globe, you know, and that's just laughable to me. So anyway, whether they had brilliant people working for them, were they maybe legit in the beginning, maybe, and then when they found out they couldn't go anywhere and they couldn't break the dome, if you will, then they just perpetuated it and kept the money rolling in, because it's the bucks that get you up there, right? Yeah, I never believed in all that stuff. And it's unfortunate because we're still pouring money into that, and they're still perpetuating the lie, and they're still telling kids that, and, you know, and all the other stuff that kids are being told today, you know, and taught in schools and everything. And we've kind of lost our American culture due to the things that have been happening in our schools, and the socialism and all of that. To me, it's more communism than anything that's being taught, and I'm not for it. I'm sorry, and I am an American, and but I'm also an individualist, independent thinker. I don't go along with the crowd. I never have. I mean, look at me. You know, I don't go along with the crowd. I never have. It's just not, I just kind of go with, I'm just Margie, you know, and I just do my thing. And I'm not blue, I'm not red. And I believe that they're the same coin, just the other side. The only hope that I had was, if anybody could do anything that could change anything, I believed it was Trump, and I believed that God had a hand in it, okay, in some way. Now, whether he's being thwarted and stopped because he's just being attacked by all these snakes on the outside, you know, including the military-industrial, which Eisenhower warned us about, complex, and the Clintons and the Trumps and the Soros and the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you know, he's surrounded. And so it must be very, very difficult for this man to, you know, to do what he needs to do, and what he wants to do. But trust me, if they go after his son, it's going to be all-out war, okay? You don't go after a man's son. You know, you don't do that to the President of the United States. And shame on you for doing that. Any of you people out there, shame on you. And anybody who's been lying to the American public and pulling the wool over people's eyes and confusing them and making them, you know, jump through hoops and keeping them distracted and everything, and not giving them their liberty. Shame on you for doing that. And, you know, I'll let God be the judge, but I'm calling a spade a spade. And speaking of a spade is a spade. John McCain, I'm sorry, but I'm going to call a spade a spade. The guy was a scumbag, okay? I'm sorry. Yeah. He passed away. Let the Lord be the judge of him and his life and everything. However, when you know what you know, you got to put it out there and say, look, he was not a hero, okay? He hurt a lot of people's lives, and he's still hurting people's lives because of the bills that he wrote to thwart families finding out where their loved ones were being held in, you know, Vietnam or wherever they're at, prisoner because of the bills that he wrote. And his fellow soldiers are the ones that called him a scumbag. So you know, when you got your brother on watching your six and watching your back, and he turns, then, you know, he's a turncoat, as they used to say. So, you know, I'm sorry for his family's loss, but no thank you. So anyway, those are my thoughts. What's going on as far as that goes. What else is going on here in the world? We'll see what happens in the next few days. If Mueller goes after his son or not, that's going to be very telling. And you can bet the American people are going to rise up as well. If you don't think that we're going to just sit back and watch you guys do that, that's not going to be happening. The other thing too is I am so sick and tired of Governor Brown in California and Newsom, probably the same thing, keep saying, we're going to have fires, there's going to be 70% more fires, and yeah, because you dumped all this crap on America, on California, Oregon and Washington and Nevada and Arizona and Colorado and so forth, and just have it blow across the United States, all of these metals to, hurting and harming the trees. You think God's going to be happy about that? No. Read your Bible. You went and harmed all of this vegetation and all these animals and you took people's lives and property and caused them pain and hardship. You think that God's not going to judge that? You got another thing coming, So it just pisses me off that they keep trying to perpetuate this in the news. I try not to watch TV because it makes me so mad. But you gotta know what the enemy is doing, right? You gotta stay on top of it. So, shame on you guys for doing that to people, and hurting people and causing Alzheimer's and causing disease because you want this world for yourself. You're a bunch of idiots to think that you even have any control over anything. The Lord is in control of all of this. And, if they already know that it's a flat earth, take a look at Jim Carrey's movie. You know how Hollywood always tells you what's going on in the world? There's a film with Jim Carrey in it. He's carrying all these bags and he's walking across the plains, desert, and he's got a NASA hat, and his buddy's got a pentagram on his neck. I forget what the name of that show is. Anyway, if you remember, put it in the comments, will you? And even he says it's a flat earth, and at the end there's a little snow globe, which is flat earth in a dome, Oh my gosh. Anyway, the earth's flat, and if you guys think you have control over it, you got another thing coming, and we're going into a quote-unquote Christ consciousness right now, and have been since 2012, okay? More and more people are waking up. More and more people are understanding that there is life after death, that your spirit does go on, no matter what religion you believe in. You are a spirit. You do have a spark of God inside of you, and you do go on, and it's all about love. And if you're perpetuating this negativity and evil and lying to people and everything, you're not going to grow your spirit. You're not going to elevate yourself to where you need to be. And, do you want to have to come back and redo it again? This is a school that we're in. Okay? Just getting by, not always going to cut it. Okay? Try to get an A, try to ace it the first time. Grow into adulthood. Go through all of that stuff that you need to go through. Don't check out early, because that's cheating, and God doesn't like that. He'll send you back again, okay? And I never really believed in reincarnation, but now I keep, studying more and more. I'm thinking that it might be, but I don't have the answer totally yet. So, do you stay up there for a little while or what? I don't know. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your week. Love you guys. Give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe.